not be available. Not Starbucks, the whole company, but a lot of products at Starbucks. I'll explain why. And hey, by the way, don't forget, your Dodgers are playing the Pirates. Your world champion Dodgers take on the Pittsburgh Pirates tonight in Pittsburgh at 4:10. You can catch the game in HD on the free iHeartRadio app. Search AM 570 LA Sports. Brought to you by Nutrisystem. Go to Nutrisystem.com/baseball and lose weight fast, all with free delivery. Right now, let's go ahead and take a look at your drive. Robin Banks is checking out a stall on the 101.
It's in Hollywood, and it's 101 northbound just after Highland. Stalled car kind of sticking out into the left lane here, partially in the center divider, so just use caution. Sun Valley still working 170 north at Sheldon. That Sheldon off-ramp is blocked because of a crash. They're trying to get the two cars off of the off-ramp and onto the street, so we'll wait and let you know about that. Downtown Los Angeles on the 101 south at Mission, there's a stalled vehicle. This one blocks the right lane. In Arcadia, hit and split, 210 eastbound at Santa Anita. Looks like the victim of that hit and run there on the right shoulder. In Corona on the 91 West Connector, there's a 15 northbound crash on the right shoulder. And Mid-City Los Angeles on the 10 eastbound between Arlington and Hoover. Two left lanes have been closed overnight for road work. They'll open up again at 6. Just in the meantime, slow down and move over. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robin Banks.
This report is sponsored by Molina Healthcare. For the health coverage you need close to home, lean on Molina Healthcare. Molina has 40 years of experience and covers preventive services, prescription drugs, maternity and newborn care, and more. For details, go to leanonmolina.com. Get the care you need. Lean on Molina.
This is Chris Collinsworth. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings.
The Suns took over late to top the Nuggets in Game 1. The Nets destroy the Bucks to take a 2-0 lead before flipping the series to Milwaukee. Anaheim native and former longtime NFL coach Jim Fossil passed away from a heart attack. He was coach of the year in 1997. Fossil was 71. And Mike Trout said he doesn't have a timetable for his return. The Angels said their superstar would miss 6 to 8 weeks when he went down last month. I'm Misty Jordan.
Download the DraftKings app and use code SPORTS to get a free shot at millions of dollars up for grabs this week with your first deposit.
Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details.
I know if you're a homeowner, you can't help but perk up when you hear all of these amazing home loan rates that are being advertised, right? But maybe you've thought to yourself, yeah, those are great, but I don't know if I'd qualify. Or maybe you've told yourself, I don't know if I'd qualify, and then the company you called said, nope, you can't get that low rate. Well, I bet you haven't called IntelliLoan, because right now IntelliLoan has a 1.9% rate in APR with no points or lender fees for people who live in SoCal, even if your credit score is as low as 620. I told you hadn't called IntelliLoan. Ask them when you do about a 1.99% rate in APR with no points and no lender fees. And while you're on the phone, ask for Daryl, the owner of IntelliLoan. Ask about how he's made his team make sure that this home loan process does not suck for you. Great for, or good for them, great for us. Don't let a low credit score hold you back. Lock in this 1.99% rate in APR with no points or lender fees before the rates go up. Call IntelliLoan at 1-800-918-6200. That's 1-800-918-6200. Or just go to IntelliLoan.com.
Rates subject to change without notice. Minimum loan amount requirements apply. 60% loan to value and 620 FICO credit score. Certain restrictions apply. Subject to credit approval. NMLS 3290. Loans made or arranged pursuant to a California Finance Lenders Law license number 6036970. Equal housing lender. IntelliLoan. Borrow smart. Getting families vaccinated against COVID-19 is an important step to bringing back joy for all of us. That's within reach now that the Pfizer vaccine is proven safe and effective for those 12 and older. This is the same vaccine millions of Californians have already gotten. California is even adding new vaccine clinics specifically for young people. Together, we can end the pandemic. Visit vaccinateall58.com or call 833-422-4255 to learn more. Don't spend more than you have to on your mobile service. Spectrum Mobile could save you up to 40% versus what you're paying now, and nationwide 5G is included in every data plan. Plus, Spectrum delivers the fastest overall speeds and has the most reliable mobile service, coast to coast, with no hidden taxes, fees, or contracts. Visit SpectrumMobile.com today. 40% savings based on a comparison of single and comparable unlimited plans amongst major national carriers as of 1/27/2021. Fastest overall speed, most reliable, based on Nielsen Speed Test, latest SEC report, and route metrics.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Blue Star Medicated Ointment gets 5-star reviews from our loyal users for fast relief of the pain and itch of almost any skin irritation.
Blue Star soothes insect bites and fungal infections.
It really works on the summer rashes I get every year.
I had psoriasis on my elbows. Blue Star worked wonders.
Amazing stuff. Smear a bit on and the itch is gone.
Look for the white box with the Blue Star in the first aid section. Feel Blue Star work fast or your money back.
Every time the sun shines in Southern California, which is all the time, I remember how much money I saved thanks to SolarMax technology.
How much have you saved since you switched?
Let's just say that my energy bills are so low now that I am no longer the thermostat warrior in my house. My AC is practically free.
Your family must be thrilled.
Oh, yeah, the family's thrilled. Listen, I'm thrilled. I have saved with no upfront cost. SolarMax does everything themselves right here in Southern California, and that means exceptional quality control and no middleman.
Right now, get SolarMax for only $69.98 a month, which includes a solar panel system and home battery with an APR as low as 0.99%.
This offer will expire, though, on June 30th. Call pound 250 from your cell phone and say the keyword SolarMax. That's pound 250 SolarMax. Or go to SolarMaxTech.com, SolarMaxTech.com. Monthly payment available on approved credit, CSLB number 97204.
Somebody in here said, I like it because it's like a disguise.
Boy, are some people that insecure? They want to wear a mask as a disguise?
Well, if you look at some people.
John and Ken.
Masks give me comfort. It's a little bit of invisibility.
Weekdays at 2.
When was the last time you smelled someone's bad breath?
On KFI.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Welcome to your, I started to say your Wednesday morning. Getting ahead of myself. Tuesday, I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee, and some of the stories we're watching in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Dozens of websites around the world have been down because of an apparent outage at cloud servicing company Fastly. High-traffic sites, including those of the New York Times, CNN, Twitch, the British government, Amazon, all were affected. Fastly says it's investigating the issue. And investigators say it was tips from the public that helped lead to the arrest of 2 people tied to the road rage killing of a 6-year-old boy on the 55 freeway. Orange County DA Todd Spitzer says Marcus Arias and Win Lee were arrested Sunday in Costa Mesa. Cops have said the woman was driving and the man was the shooter last month when Aiden Leos was killed. The CHP says the gun and car used in the crime have now been found. Charges are expected to be filed today. 5:35, we'll talk with ABC's Jim Ryan. I want to go a little more in depth on the FDA approving the use of the new dementia drug. It's one that actually fights the disease. What specifically was it that pushed the feds to approve the use of this medication? Because from what I understand, it was kind of a surprise. It wasn't expected that they were going to do that. But then, now that we've got this approval, how quickly can we see the drug rolled out? And who best can benefit from it? So lots to ask Jim in just a few minutes.
It's time for Biz Bites. Bites of business. Biz Bites on Wake Up Call with Jennifer Jones-Lee.
All right, so Apple had its Worldwide Developers Conference that's offering updates now to FaceTime and to your wallet. So among some of the changes in the upcoming iOS 15 operating system, Apple announced plans to update the Maps, the weather, wallet apps, as well as a new way of handling notifications on your iPhone, including, I guess, some ways to get summaries during the day and to focus on work or personal items, so the way that they would sort of be categorized, I guess, when they come in. They say other changes include updates to its texting system, iMessage, that includes new ways to share photos, and changes to its video software, FaceTime, that aims to improve the sound quality by reducing ambient noise, which I am a big fan of because my dogs. I'm just going to leave it at that. My dogs. The former CEO of McDonald's said, hey, $15 an hour may sound great when it comes to a minimum wage, But here's the deal. Well, yeah, he's not arguing that people need a living wage. What he's saying is this may give McDonald's the opportunity to push the fast food industry into automation. And here's how. So he says if you're paying these people $11 to $17 an hour, which is apparently the starting wage for a regular worker at McDonald's, 11 to 17 bucks an hour, 15 to 20 for shift managers. The fast food chain noted that its wage hike announcement, it had planned to hire 10,000 new employees over the next 3 months. Okay, that's great. But he said that apparently this guy whose name I really can't pronounce, Kemczynski? Yeah. He said that artificial intelligence technology now has 85% accuracy with filling orders, and workers have to step in for about 1 in 5 orders. But here's the deal. He said, do you think in 5 years from now you're going to see voice in the drive-thru? I do, but I don't think it's going to be something that happens in the next year or so. So maybe you're good to go for right now. But I don't think that what he's saying is if you keep raising these wages, let's be honest, that's what business is they try and make their bottom line. And if they think that they can do it with automation and fewer employees, which is obviously less costly, then I could see them doing it. Starbucks says it's facing supply shortages nationwide, and there apparently is a hashtag on TikTok, the Starbucks shortage. It shows that a Starbucks in San Diego was out of 15 items, I guess last month. The white mocha, the cinnamon dolce, apple juice, kiwi refresher, strawberries, blackberries, dark roast caramel sauce, hazelnut, peach guava, drink trays, chai, matcha, and dragon fruit. So you could get a tall blonde coffee, I guess, with no cream. Anyway, it looks like now that Starbucks is just one of the many businesses that has experienced a supply chain shortage. And this, how many times have we talked about all these different companies that throughout the pandemic had a supply chain interruption? And complicating this situation now, the U.S. has been experiencing the ongoing truck driver shortage that has been affecting retail shipments. So even if your matcha and your cinnamon dolce and your caramel sauce hazelnut peach guava drink trays are out there, getting them to the actual Starbucks themselves may be an issue. All right, let's get back to some of the stories coming out of the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Civil rights activists in South LA have made opening arguments in the defense of LA County DA George Gascon from recall. We'll talk more about that story coming up later in the morning. Activists in LA have criticized the purpose of Vice President Kamala Harris's trip to Guatemala and Mexico. Full Rights for Immigration Coalition member John Fernandez says he doesn't expect the trip to do anything about the root cause of migration from Central America.
We know there's an urgency to stop the flow of migrants, and I think that's the main purpose, but it can't just be something that is just gathering information.
Fernandez says the administration needs to press ahead with legislation that would create a path to citizenship for the 11 million people in the country illegally. Now, the Biden administration says nearly 4,000 kids have been separated from their parents at the U.S.-Mexico border. The Family Reunification Task Force says the separations happened under former President Trump's zero-tolerance policy. It says nearly 60% of the kids are from Guatemala. Cops in Vegas say a body that was found in the desert has been identified as a 7-year-old boy from San Jose. Lieutenant Ray Spencer says officers are now looking for the boy's mom in connection with his death.
The last contact that anyone has seen of Samantha is at a Denver area hotel room on the 31st of May when she checked in by herself.
Spencer says the woman and her son left San Jose 2 weeks ago, and his body was found a couple of days later. Carnival Cruise Line says it will resume cruises in the U.S. in July. Passengers will be required to be vaccinated against COVID-19. That means kids under 12 will not be allowed to sail. The Carnival Vista will sail from Galveston, Texas, starting July 3rd. The Carnival Breeze on July 15th. Carnival says it's also looking at resuming cruises from Florida in July if the state and the CDC give their permission. Now, the last Carnival cruise that I was on was 3 years ago. And it's funny. I started thinking about, it was just supposed to be this cruise for me and Scott and for his 40th birthday. And, all right, fine. We'll go hang out on the, 21 and over deck. So we're not around the pool with the kids splashing and all that kind of stuff. Oh my gosh. It was not the kids who were behaving badly on that cruise. It was the adults. We ended up leaving the 21 and over deck because it got out of control. There were wrestling, they were playing, but there were wrestling matches in the hot tub. There were drinks a-flying, and, your mama this and that. And, we finally went, you know what? The kids are amazing compared to the adults. So, just a little heads up. You think you're going on a cruise now with kids, no kids? Now you just give
hilarious.
Oh, it was, Robin, I've never seen anything like it. We were standing on the deck pulling away from the coast of Mexico, and it was it was beautiful, and the flag was waving, and we were kind of having this moment, and all of a sudden we literally hear behind us, "Get her! Get her!"
Oh my God.
And we turn around and they are wrestling in the hot tub.
Oh my God.
Grown people. I just thought, what world am I in? Get me out of here.
You're in a world where you're a little older now and you can't stand that crap.
The thing was, they were my age. Good God, they were not old. They were not 21. They were well into their 40s.
Alcohol.
And I just thought, I mean, the booze was a-flowing, but good Lord, the kids and the slides, it was much better over there.
It was so much fun. It's all happy and innocent.
It was great. All right, what's going on the 134?
Griffith Park just clear to crash. It's on the right shoulder. It's on the 134 westbound at Forest Lawn Drive. So just a little pinch here. You're going to get back up to speed really quickly. Downtown Los Angeles, 101 South Admission. It's just a broken down car. It's in the right lane. Haven't been able to move it yet. So you're looking at some backup from about Alameda. In San Bernardino on the 215 North Connector to the 210 eastbound, it's an injury crash with a car that overturned on the right shoulder. So what you'll find so far is just some slowing on that transition road. They're still letting you travel through. Fontana on the 10 west before Etowanda. It's somebody with a flat tire right there in the center divider. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robin Banks.
Hey, it's Dean Sharp. If you've decided to sell your house, I know it is tempting to just get it listed as is or even take one of those cash out deals. But why sell yourself short when making just the right upgrades will maximize its sale value? You mean like flipping our own home, Dean? We don't have the expertise or the cash for that. I know, but my friends at Revive do. Revive knows exactly what to change, what to spend, and where to spend it. They'll manage everything for you and front all the costs. Yes, Revive fronts the cost. They get paid back from escrow, but the profit gained is all yours. How much profit? The average client makes over 200% profit on what Revive invests on their behalf. It's a no-brainer. Reach out to iloverevive.com today and see if your home qualifies. To make the most from the sale of your home, go to iloverevive.com. That's iloverevive.com.
SoCal weather from KFI. We've got another cloudy day ahead. Maybe a little bit warmer, a couple of degrees, and more sunshine in the afternoon. But otherwise, we're still going to see highs in the 60s and 70s today. Couple of degrees warmer tomorrow. Then it looks like by Thursday, highs might be back up in the low 80s. But then for the weekend, boom, we turn it right back around. Highs will be in the upper 80s. We could even eke out a 100 by next week. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee.
Graduating from high school can leave you with a lot of questions about your future. You can find the answers to those questions at a California community college. So don't wait. Enroll now for the fall semester. Online and in-person classes are available with year-round financial aid to help. Plus, with guaranteed transfer to a safe spot at a four-year university and hundreds of career programs to choose from, your future is looking brighter than ever. Classes can fill up quickly, so grab your spot now. Visit stayenrolled.com today.
If you're like me, you can't wait to travel, but a lot of destinations want a negative COVID-19 test. That's where COVID Clinic comes in. COVID Clinic adds 1-hour COVID-19 PCR tests to travel to almost anywhere in the world. They'll even help with your travel documentation. Make your trip prep easy by doing your COVID-19 testing at one of the many fast and even drive-through COVID Clinic locations near you. So whether you need a COVID-19 PCR test for travel, school, or you just want an antigen test, go to covidclinic.org. Restrictions apply. Go to covidclinic.org.
Is it time to renew your vehicle registration? Take care of it online. Renewing online with the new DMV website is quick and safe without a visit to a DMV office. Visit dmv.ca.gov to start your renewal today.
People today, they could spend half their lives over 50. That's a lot of living. So it helps to have someone in your corner, right here in your community. That someone is AARP. We're hosting free events and providing helpful resources. Because the longer you live, the more you need AARP to help you stay active, healthy, and informed.
Join AARP Los Angeles for an online caregiving workshop. They're hosting 2 sessions in June. Learn more at aarp.org/near-you.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
Doug. Check it out, Limu. A roadside carnival.
Step right up, folks. Test your strength. Come see the fire-breathing baby.
Let's fan out and tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Look! An emu wearing sunglasses!
Limu, you're famous. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
If high ping takes you from first place to last place, you're not a bad gamer. You just need better internet. Get AT&T Fiber and get a ping rate under 11 milliseconds and unlimited data. With 20 times faster upload speeds, AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience than cable. Limited availability in select areas. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT. Speed comparison based on AT&T Internet 1000 wired upload connection speed versus major cable providers 1 gig service with uploads of 35 megabits per second. Speeds vary, not guaranteed. Restrictions apply.
American Vision Windows, SoCal's choice for energy-efficient windows and doors. AmericanVisionWindows.com.
KFI AM 640.
An iHeart radio station.
24-hour news. More stimulating talk.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. Welcome to a great Tuesday. It's a beautiful day, right? Unless you were trying to access a bunch of websites earlier this morning. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee. Here's the story I'm talking about. People trying to access everything from the New York Times, CNN, Twitch, British government, Hulu, HBO Max, Amazon, you name it. They got various error messages this morning, like unknown domain. No, those domains are out there, but dozens of websites around the world went out this morning because of an outage at a cloud servicing company called Fastly. Fastly says it's investigating the issue, and as of right now, well, Fastly says it's a technical issue. They still haven't said, no, it was not some sort of cyber attack hack. So that's what we're going to be watching all day, was what was this, and how could one single company get hit and take down all of these information sites. So we'll be following up on that. Right now, let's say good morning to ABC's Jim Ryan. And speaking of follow-up, I want to go a little more in-depth on the FDA approving the new use of this dementia drug. Jim, it sounds like this came as kind of a surprise, not necessarily that it wasn't in the works, but the approval was just really kind of unexpected.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the Biogen brought this drug before the FDA a couple of years ago, 2019, eventually deciding both the drug maker and the FDA that there wasn't sufficient evidence to support the marketing of this drug. It's called aducanumab. Now the FDA has gone ahead and given its approval. Biogen brought new evidence showing that, in fact, it may offer some hope to dementia sufferers, to Alzheimer's sufferers specifically. The people taking this drug in testing saw their thinking skills decline 22% more slowly than patients who are taking a placebo. So you can see it doesn't stop Alzheimer's, it doesn't reverse Alzheimer's, but it may at least slow the progression of it. It's not meant for every patient either, only for those with early signs of Alzheimer's disease, Jack.
Okay, that I think is a really important point, is that a lot of people might have thought, oh, my grandmother who is, deep in her Alzheimer's disease, if we give this to her, maybe that will bring some of her back, but that's not necessarily the case. It's just the people who are just starting to see these symptoms.
Exactly. Here's how it works. There are proteins in your brain that apparently clump together, and that can contribute to Alzheimer's. But there are other factors, too. How you've lived, how you've taken care of your body, things you have no control over, like your family history. Those things may not be impacted by this at all, but it's strictly this physical protein that's found in the brain, and that can cause issues to people, eventually causing the sort of damage that Alzheimer's does.
Do you know when the drug will actually be available for people?
It'll be very soon. Now that the approval has been given, it could be on the market quickly. I think as soon as the Biogen ramps up the production of it, starts the labeling, and begins distribution, it could be fairly soon, perhaps by the end of the summer. Don't expect it to be cheap. Biogen says it'll cost about $56,000 a year for treatment that lasts, that you go in every 4 weeks for an infusion. Some doctors say that for that price, this drug should offer more than just the hope of some lack of decline. It should also offer a hope of stopping the disease altogether, and it simply doesn't, Jen.
Wow, but I think for anybody who has a family member who is in those early stages, you don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, now granted, you don't care as long as you have the money to pay for it or the insurance to cover it. But if you could give anybody in your family even a glimmer of hope at slowing the progression of Alzheimer's, you would do it.
Absolutely. Either it's extending the life of that person, or maybe offering a better quality of life.
Yeah.
You're right. $56,000 is a bargain, I think, to those people.
Absolutely. All right, Jim, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Jennifer. See you.
See ya. That's ABC's Jim Ryan. Now, of course, the question will be, will insurance companies, how much of this will they cover? If it's not a cure, if it's just a slowing, I don't know. That could be an issue. But, for any of us who have a parent or a grandparent who, deals with dementia, in specifically this case, Alzheimer's, that you would give anything to have, for me, in my case, it's my grandma. I'd give anything to have my old grandma back. Anything. And it's sad to me when we have a conversation and, she's sort of there and then she's not there. And then I mentioned something about, the house. Oh, that's when we've lived in our house now 7 or 8 months. And to this day, and I call her at least once, if not twice a week, to this day, she forgets that we've moved. And it makes me sad. My dad jokes, he's like, you should be happy. She congratulates you all the time. Hey, congratulations on your new house. You have to find the humor in it. You have to, because otherwise it just makes you so sad. So that's when I see these stories about Alzheimer's and dementia and things like that, if there is any glimmer of even slowing that, if we can't completely fix the problem, let's at least slow it down. All right, let's get back to some of these stories coming out of the KFI 24-hour newsroom. The Biden administration says it's completed a 100-day review of supply chains. It says it will now put together a task force to free up bottlenecks in various sectors like semiconductors, construction, and transportation. Just talking about this with the Starbucks story. Officials say the goal is to increase domestic manufacturing and limit shortages of vital goods. Authorities in dozens of countries have been secretly monitoring messages of criminals using an encrypted app developed by the FBI. Australia was part of it, and Federal Police Commissioner Reese Kershaw says they've been using the app without the underworld knowing.
Essentially, we have been in the back pockets of organised crime and operationalised a criminal takedown like we have never seen.
800 people have been arrested, millions in cryptocurrency has been seized, and tons of illegal drugs have been taken into raids around the world today. Fans of the wizarding world of Harry Potter can now feel the magic at a new store in New York City. Warner Brothers says the store has the largest ever collection of Harry Potter items. There are 15 themed areas. Food items include butterbeer, a photo booth, and virtual reality experiences. All right, did you hear about this? Burger King has been trolling Chick-fil-A with LGBTQ donations. So during Pride Month, this is when Burger King saw its chance. And it's making a statement, Burger King is, during Pride Month, to sort of get a leg up in the chicken sandwich wars by taking a not-so-subtle hit at Chick-fil-A, which, you know, its history has been rather rocky, would you say, with the LGBTQ community. Well, the fast food chain tweeted last week it would donate 40 cents to the Human Rights Campaign for every chicken sandwich, which I guess is their chicken sandwich, C.H. King, sold in June. The Human Rights Campaign is America's largest LGBTQ civil rights organization. Burger King added, here's the little jab, it'll make those donations even on Sunday. Tweeting with the eyes emoji, Chick-fil-A, because of its devout Christian ownership, closes its restaurants on Sundays. I love how the chicken sandwich war somehow just got religious. It just got socially, I don't know, it took a social turn. I get chicken sandwich wars. I've heard it all. Okay, wait. I thought I'd heard it all. But that's actually my tease for when we come back. So first off, I don't know if you saw this story in the Orange County Register yesterday about home prices. It broke it down, not just to how much, you know, it's one thing when you hear, oh, home prices have gone up, you know, 13% over the last whatever. Okay, great, fine. They broke it down to how much homes have gone up every hour in Orange County. And it's not like 50 cents. No. Every hour they were able to break it down over the last year. Also, I'll tell you why Bill Gates' divorce could expose maybe some NDAs that covered up some inappropriate behavior. And I thought I had heard everything when it comes to politics. Every campaign promise that a politician could make, free money, free, I don't know, pizza, whatever. I had not heard of anyone offering free boobs. But now there's a candidate who's offering just that, should she win. I'll explain. Now we've got a trouble spot on the 91.
In Cerritos, on the 91 westbound, they have all the lanes closed here with police activity. So all the lanes closed between Shoemaker and Valley View, or Valley View and Shoemaker, because it's on the westbound side. You can hop off and use Orangethorpe if you want to. So it's just police activity. Don't know what it is, but 91 westbound between Valley View and Shoemaker. I expect to find all those lanes closed down. Downtown Los Angeles on the 101 South and Mission. Stalled car block in the right lane, slowing you down at Alameda. Injury crash in San Bernardino on the 215 North connector to the 210 eastbound. That overturned vehicle on the shoulder of that transition makes it a super slow ride. In Gardena on the 110 northbound just after the 91, car went down the right shoulder embankment here. So lots of activity there on the right shoulder as you drive by. KFI and the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robin Day.
This report is sponsored by Molina Healthcare. For the health coverage you need close to home, lean on Molina Healthcare. Molina has 40 years of experience and covers preventive services, prescription drugs, maternity and newborn care, and more. For details, go to leanonmolina.com. Get the care you need. Lean on Molina.
The Suns took over late to top the Nuggets in Game 1. The Nets destroyed the Bucks to take a 2-0 lead before flipping the series to Milwaukee. Anaheim native and former longtime NFL coach Jim Fossil passed away from a heart attack. He was coach of the year in 1997. Fossil was 71. And Mike Trout said he doesn't have a timetable for his return. The Angels said their superstar would miss 6 to 8 weeks when he went down last month. I'm Steve Jordan.
What do you get when you cross a Mercedes with a race car? You get chills. You get goosebumps. There's really no other way to say it. OMG, AMG. Visit MDUSA.com/AMG. Mercedes AMG. Driving performance.
Summer is here, and as I mentioned in the forecast, we've got 100-degree temps possible by next week, so that means you're going to start drinking and using more water at home. But instead of reaching for those nasty plastic water bottles, you could fill any glass or reusable bottle if you just had filtered clean water coming out of your tap with a Life Source Whole House water system. And this could be any tap in your house. With a Life Source Whole House water system, every water source becomes a convenient place to get that clean, delicious water. And the whole house system requires absolutely no maintenance. They put it in, you kick your feet up and forget about it. And you say goodbye to those filter changes and the monthly exchange tanks. And if you have hard water, they can help with that too. A Life Source water system reduces the odor and taste of chlorine from your water without using salt or chemicals. So you'll be bathing and showering in filtered water. And as you know, your skin and your hair, if there's a bunch of chlorine in the water, can really start to dry out. Well, your skin and your hair will be free of the drying and harmful effects of chlorine. And with a Life Source water system, you're buying directly from the factory, which has been serving Southern California for over 37 years. And if you're looking for a new career opportunity, Life Source is currently looking for dedicated team members. So call Life Source today and get full service and full confidence in your water. Call them at 1-800-334-5009, 1-800-334-5009, or just visit lifesourcewater.com. Life Source Water. Taste and feel the difference.
Hi, Greg Hughes here with Hughes Private Capital. Our company offers real estate investment options for you that are built on cash flow, free of landlord hassles and expenses, and produce the same predictable, consistent return month after month. How do we do that? When you invest with us, you're part of a diversified, secured portfolio of over 1,000 homes in 5 cities and 3 states. And with now is the time to use leverage with your Hughes Capital investment and earn